So, first thing on the docket, my fellow sinners. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and puff, puff, pass, but don't pass me up. You know what I'm saying? First thing on the docket. I am definitely still going to milk this situation about clavicular, clavicular. So, um, we already know. Last time we checked on him, he had just gotten extra charges put on him for when he unloaded an entire clip into an alligator. For what? Views, clicks, likes, a moment. I mean, that viral clip is just definitely just gonna got him in trouble and can be used as evidence in his trial. Like, he's facing charges against that, and now or that came after we found out that he is also facing allegations against what he did to a 16-year-old. You know, got her drunk, had sex with her, gave her a shot in the cheek of accurate. I keep forgetting what that fat dissolving thing is called. It's a fat dissolving drug, but it was allegedly mixed with meth, and so he gave that to her. And while he was streaming, he called himself Dr. Clav, so which is fraud. So that part, I don't see him getting away from unless his lawyers are like badass lawyers. I mean, he's probably gonna use Aiden Ross's lawyers or someone that they recommend. And yeah, I mean, I can see that happening. I just don't know if they're gonna be good enough to get him out of that allegation. I mean, everything else is just kind of everything that wasn't on camera is allegations and can probably be dismissed, depending on the right lawyers and the right defense. But everything else, like the shit that happened on stream, I don't know about that. He might be screwed. But I digress. Today we're gonna check in with a YouTube channel called Jon Bravo Films. Personally, I've only heard other YouTubers talking about him. I've never seen his channel myself until today. And he is going to be exposing Clavicular's world of lies, deception, and evil intentions. I'm curious to see what he's gonna talk about. Maybe there's something new that we haven't heard or seen about. And obviously this is all before Clavicular went sober. Personally, I don't know if Clavicular is still sober, but he was doing a bunch of stuff and he OD'd, and pretty sure that had to be scary for him, being close to death like that. I don't know. Maybe it was romantic to him. I doubt it though, because he didn't do it again right away. But I digress. Links will be in the description below. Let's check out Jon Bravo exposing Clavicular's world of lies, deception, and evil intentions. Let's get it.
Like, how did this afford a $5 million club? He's been, streaming for 4 months. Yeah, he makes money on Kick. Yeah, he makes money on Stake. But still, how did he get a $5 million club, right?
Also, he lost all of the sponsors. You know what I'm saying? His stake contract, gone. He lost a bunch of other deals and contracts. I don't know if he's banned off Kick though. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I'm gonna show you how.
Clav owns a club. Yeah, this is what he's talking about right now. He just mentioned that. What up, Down Bad Productions? How you doing though? Yeah, Clav does own a club, a $5 million club, but like, where do you get the money for it? Was it just from Kick and Stake, or was it from other things?
Was live streaming and in Clav's house. Clav walks
in the door
and he says, "Cut the camera, shut the camera off," because he didn't want people to see who he was meeting with.
So an empty club, but still a club. I mean, I saw that one clip when there was a rapper or a celebrity that came through. I think it was a rapper, but the rapper security was trying to keep Clav away from him, and Clav had to be like, "Hey, I own this place." And they were like, "Oh, okay, go ahead, my bad." You can stand next to the celebrity here. I think that was kind of funny. Yeah, I'm ready. Clav Epstein.
Yeah, He is a fool. Look at this asshole. Running around town like he
I know,
owns the
dude.
place. Even though he's been telling everybody he does. And look, he even found his own Peggy look-alike. With the white outfit and even the lifted chucks. Except this asshole.
Hold up. Those are lifted chucks. Look at that shit.
Outfit and even the
Look at that. Look how, bro, that's like that's at least an inch. That's like another inch, bro. Holy, I don't know if I could ever wear lifted shoes, bro. Lifted chucks are meta. Are they? Are they though? But okay, if I was gonna wear lifted chucks, that's because the only reason I would wear them is because my dating profile on like some dating app said I was like 6 foot. I'm 5'10". The chucks will make me about 5'11". Then I can be able to tell the difference.
lifted chucks. Except this asshole, he's got an afro. Who is this loser?
You know, without the
He's got an afro. Who is this loser?
damn it. If you just stay right here, and if you block out the guy on the far left, the other white guy, it's pretty much that couch meme with the girl sitting on the couch and the black dudes surrounding her. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Couch meme. It's pretty much this, except the actual meme. Where is it? Come on. Couch meme with white girl. Bro, the internet tried to get rid of it. Come on. Here we go. That's exactly what it is. Clavicular in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of black dudes. Oh, this guy's white, I forgot. Piper Perry. Bro, you know her name? Have you watched some of her content? Be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much the meme, the clavicular right there. Except, you know, you got an extra white guy on the side. And this guy, the white guy on the far right.
Asshole, he's got an afro. Who is this loser? I'll just keep loving. Saying he owns this club, and it's the grand opening. But is it the truth? Or is he getting down on his knees for the real owner?
Oh, shit. See, it's literally the meme. He might be getting down on his knees for the real owner. I don't know. But if you were the owner, obviously you would hire people to manage it for you. But so how involved do you think Clavicular is in his own club? He's probably very hands off. I expect, because he still does his streaming and shit, and now he's also looking like he might go to prison for a while.
You guys know Clav, right? That Jerry curled looking asshole who, you know, his real name is Braden Peters, which I think it's a much better name for him because Braden, that sounds like the pussy that he is.
Damn.
Well, when I show you what he learned from Jack Epstein, that other piece of
Jack
shit,
Epstein?
you're going to start calling.
Bro, you hung out with, of course he hung out with Jack Shittery. Ugh.
Calling him Clav Epstein because he's
Does Clav
becoming
own
a
51%
bigger
of the club?
pimp
I don't
and
think
piece
so.
of shit than Jack himself.
It's supposed to be his club. He's supposed to own the whole club. It's supposed to be his entire club. I mean, he probably owns like a part of it. If you're right, he owns a part of it. I'm not sure if he would own 51% of it, because then he wouldn't be majority owner. It would just be like, oh yeah, I have a club, but I don't really own the club. But if you just like 30% and keep shrinking it, does it seem like a good idea? Like a good deal? Now if you keep shrinking it, aren't you gonna want like to own the majority of the club so that you can actually have say in whatever happens? That way, you can't really get kicked out. You can't get voted off by the board or anything like that. And of course, if the club does very well, you know what I'm saying, you have say when you're ready to open new clubs and where you have the majority vote for that.
Remember when he first came on the scene, he was here to help boys, young boys, become better themselves, be better looking in order to pick up women, right? Well, in a deleted stream, he revealed his true intentions and how he's willing to lie, to cheat, do unethical things, even maybe get down on his knees
I couldn't do that,
to
bro.
get what he wants.
I could never.
And it turns out he's been trying to hide from the public what he's been really doing behind the scenes in order to make all that money. He doesn't want anybody to know. But you guys know me. I'm gonna find it out. He's even been associating himself and doing business deals with some of the most dangerous people in the world in order to get what he wants, which is
Israeli mob member sentenced in racketeering case.
only one thing: money. Wait until I show you this shit.
Let's see this shit. Show us Jon Bravo. Johnny Bravo. Man, I'm pretty.
So all these are 2 sections, or they get sold to. These 2 as well are the owner's table. That's mine. That's high over there.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
so he does have a
back in,
partner.
like a half hour, 45. Yep.
So like I was saying, when Clav, we first saw him on the scene, he was preaching, that he was here to help young boys maximize their looks, lead a better life in order to pick up women. And he
Also, I mean, he as soon as the money started coming in, and of course the sense of power came with it, and all the fame and the eyes on him, or minus the view bots, of course, like everything kind of just inflated his ego. I think he slowly started to drift from looks maxing to more like, just I'm a rich millionaire kid just living the lifestyle. Check me out. I think he went more towards that. I mean, I'm not gonna blame him for that. Do your thing, but don't forget where you came from, and don't let that persona take over your daily life. Even off camera. Clav is too stuff for the average dude. Too stiff for the average dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, he did say that he used to take all those drugs because he had problems like talking to girls in person and stuff like that. So, I mean, it didn't really help, to be honest. It still looked like he was way too stiff, like you mentioned, anxiety ridden type shit. I don't know, man. At least for now, for all it seems like he's still sober. But I don't know if it's gonna help him with his streaming career or not. And it doesn't matter, I guess, because he still might be going to prison soon.
He went on podcasts and he said crazy shit. He said he wanted to punch his face with a hammer like an asshole.
Yeah, that's weird.
Make his limbs, his legs longer to become taller, pretending he was going to get all those surgeries, which he never did. He said all those things and he did all those things, not because he meant them, but he did it to get famous.
Yeah,
and,
the audience.
Credit to him, because you know why? It worked. Fast forward today. You can't go online anywhere without seeing this asshole's face plastered everywhere.
I mean, that's also thanks to all the clippers that are employed by Kick that go into his channel, watch his channel, and clip everything he does and spread that shit everywhere. I mean, damn, I wish I had that. Kick, I know you're watching. But yeah, I'll get there eventually.
I mean, look, if you deeply think about it, and I don't know how deeply you need to think about it, what is he famous for? Ask yourself that question. Being a drugged up kid willing to fuck up his entire life for fame and money?
Well, yes, but what what they actually call it is being like the face of looks maxing for men, at least. Or for boys.
In a recent stream, he disclosed exactly what his intentions were, and he didn't want people to see it, which is why you can't find it anymore.
But I'm wondering what your goal is currently.
This is the footage from a deleted stream.
I wouldn't get on these streams and do this if it wasn't for money. The reason I do my Kick stream every single day, and I go to clubs and I drug myself to the point where I'm able to actually like interact in public. That shit is for money. It's like I'm not passionate about the fact that I'm basically a drug addict to do this shit. Okay, I want to stop doing this as soon as possible. It's so obvious, and anyone who's got a brain will say the same thing. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I do it for money. You know what I mean? People people will do this shit trying to be a messiah. It's ridiculous. Everyone is.
At least he's telling the truth. I'll give him props for that. Just don't go back on it. Just stand on that shit. I mean, I do. I want to quit my 9 to 5 job ASAP and just do the content creation and streaming like full time. Cause I don't want to work a fucking regular job. I'd kill myself first.
So now seeing, what his true intentions really are, the other night when we saw this kid, people carrying him, putting him in a car, taking him to the hospital, dialing 911 because he took too much shit, right? Nearly died. All of that was why? Because he doesn't have a personality without it. And he has to drug himself up in order to do all those live streams. Well, it turns out
Clav should have just gotten into selling health subs. That's a good ass idea. And gym memberships. Nightclubs are kind of only open at night and too expensive for the common dude. Exactly. And also nightclubs are pretty much starting to go out of popularity. Like they're starting to die down because, one part of the problem, or not problem, but one of the reasons is that men aren't really buying bottles for women like that anymore. They're not buying drinks for women like that anymore because of how the dating scene is at the moment. And so that's why women's only nightclubs close down quickly. But yeah, he started with looks maxing. I don't know why he didn't just go with a gym and health supplements. That would have been a better route for him. That would have fit his overall online persona.
All of it is
completely
for money.
right.
And then him coming on, like I said earlier, telling all the people that he's here to help the kids. Well, that was for money too.
How authentic are you, 1 to 10? Probably like a 1.
Authenticity? Seriously? I'm a 10.
I pretty much cap about everything on stream.
I don't.
So I'd say about a 1.
And now, the biggest.
Well, at least he's honest because, if you are completely capped on stream, that shit is going to reveal itself eventually, and everybody's gonna see the mask fall when it falls. It happens all the time. It happened to Pokimane. It happens to a bunch of other people, and it's gonna keep happening to people who try to hide who they actually are. That's why if you're gonna do streaming and you're gonna do content creation, it's best to just be yourself. I mean, yeah, you can play a character, but I think it's okay, like Clav did, let the audience know that this is just a character. It's cap. He needed a slower come up, and a nightclub could have been a reward for years of hard work. I agree. If nightclubs were still were gonna still be a thing by the time he gets ready to open one, but I guess he opened the nightclub because he got kicked out of that other nightclub when he was with Andrew Tate, Myron Gaines, Sneeko, and Nick Fuentes, and they asked they requested that song Hail blank blank, that Kanye West song. And so and once the owner also found out that Clav was on drugs and doing drugs in his club, he banned him. And so since Clav got banned and going to clubs was part of his constant streams, he decided to open his own club. So that's why he opened his club when he did. I don't think it was a good idea. He could have just pivoted to something else instead of always going to clubs. Like you said, I still agree with what you said before. He could have just done streams where he went to the gym, or maybe talked about supplements and started making his own supplements in his own gym. Like OTK made their own gym, and Iron Forge or whatever. And that shit's going pretty good. Clav could have been doing just the same. And OTK is not even in the Looks Maxine community.
This one that he's doing for money that he doesn't want anybody to know. Remember how he became friends with Jack Epstein when he first started streaming, right? Well, he wasn't just friends with him. He learned from him how to pimp girls and start his own OnlyFans agency.
Oh God, he's
became an OF manager. He doesn't want anybody to know about it. Well, on a live stream with Ed Matthews, which of course is deleted, this is the first time I saw Clav talking about it. Well, he didn't speak about it. Ed Matthews did, and Clav got pissed. I want you guys to notice the facial gestures that Clav is making
Did you see that shit? Look like watch Clav right now because his eyes widen and then he looks at us and then looks back at the other guy.
Notice
See his eyes widen.
facial
There's look at us. Looks back at the other guy.
When Ed Matthews is talking about one of his biggest secrets.
OF is cooked since Florida placed a 100% tax on them. Oof. God damn. I mean, people are still. I don't think. I think it is cooked, but it's not donezo. You know. I'm sure there's still gonna be girls that are 17 that are posting. I turned 18 tonight. Here's the link to my OnlyFans. It's still gonna be happening, unfortunately. That's half your income to the government. Yeah. And but no, if women are still going to, or people are still gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be worth it because they see that as a relevant option towards success and wealth compared to going to school, getting a degree, getting a job, or just going to like getting a trade and getting a job, or basically just getting a job. They see it as they will still see it as a better option than getting a job. They don't have any problem giving half their money, their income to the government. That they have to find out for themselves first that what their income is going to be, because over half of the OF models, their income is like $100 a month. And so that's going to be cut to $50 a month. And then they're really going to quit. As a plot of Euphoria right now. Oh, I heard about you, man. I heard that for Euphoria, that the current plot, that one chick is doing like baby stuff for her OF. I was like, what the fuck what the fuck are they playing on Euphoria? What the fuck? But I also heard that people like Sophie Rain, whatever her name is, she was getting mad at the way the OF model in Euphoria was getting depicted as, and saying that, you know, the baby stuff is not something that people do. Obviously, people have fetishes, and baby stuff is one of them. So there is definitely a bunch of OF models that are out there doing baby stuff.
The moral dilemma you have sometimes, like the OnlyFans things, they start moving reckless on stream. However, we got some non-OnlyFans things right now. Clav's trying to recruit them, but I mean, bro, I've been there. When I was 19, I was doing OnlyFans management. And do you know what?
Pretend net worth. Yeah.
I'd only ever get a team that's actually on it, because the things that don't do it.
Sophie Rain doesn't even know how much money she has, which isn't a good sign in the long run. Exactly, because she's just going around spending money like crazy right now. Unless she's like investing it or on the side, growing it in some way, shape, or form, or at least saving it, then yeah, she's screwed. She keeps saying she has this much, or she makes this much a month or whatever. But like, people keep debunking it. And like, are you sure you are? You're worth 50 million, but you only have 2 million in your pocket. Damn, bro. Go ahead and pass like a couple 100,000. No, I'm just kidding. But I see what you mean, because it's like your net worth will be like 50 million, but that's all in like different stocks and this and that and other stuff. And that the 2 million in the pocket is what you can grab, put your hand in and spend. I feel you. That's what the OG girls be saying. Oh, okay. I see. But Sophie's in a worse position because she doesn't even know how much, like you said, she doesn't know how much she actually has. Man, when the time comes and shit hits the fan and crashes, it'll happen. And we'll see where all the pieces land after that.
Like, fuck that fucking shit, you know? This guy just don't. Clav's ruthless, mate. Clav will get your sister on OnlyFans, so watch out, boys.
So clearly, he's been trying to hide it, but you only could hide things for.
Yeah, he went off camera, is probably shaking his head like, don't talk about that. Probably signaling to the guy to not talk about that. That's why the guy stopped talking, and then now he keeps looking at Clav.
So long without people figuring it all out, right? And girls, maybe ones that aren't happy with him, started to come out and speak out.
In a revealing live stream, content creator Livy Alex vocally criticized the contract.
Livy Alex exposes predatory contract from Clavicular's management agency. And let's see, in a revealing live stream, content creator Livy Alex vocally criticized a contract proposal she received from Clavicular's management, shedding light on what she deemed predatory practices prevalent in the influencer economy. Livy Alex, known for her candid approach to streaming, shared the shocking details of the contract offered to her for working with Clavicular's OnlyFans agency, which purportedly included an 80-20 profit share that heavily favored the management side. Holy shit. That's another thing OF chicks have to worry about. What are they already splitting with their management? And then, of course, the Florida tax, the 100% tax, they get half of that shit as well. So that shit's getting cut.
Proposal she received from Clavicular's management, shedding light on what she deemed predatory practices prevalent in the influencer economy. Livy Alex, known for her candid approach to streaming, shared the shocking details of the contract offered to her for working with Clavicular's OnlyFans agency.
Shit, Clavicular was trying to have 80% and give her 20. That's a little backwards, isn't it? That's a little upside down, ain't it?
Which purportedly included an 80-20 profit share that heavily favored the management side.
Clav's not on, so I'm here. Clav, somebody on Clav's team offered me a contract for his OnlyFans agency. I'd rather literally myself, but that's fine. And I heard
Kickstreamer Livy Alex just put Clavicular's entire operation on blast, and the internet has thoughts
that the split is 80-20.
Damn.
Yeah, f off. Why? So he's like, oh, the method is you have to get.
Clavicular's official OnlyFans agency roster has been leaked with ownership percentages. Scarlet Aura 70%. Ownership percentages? Okay, wait. So does Scarlet Aura own 70%, or does the management own 70%? Alice Rosenblum 70%. I mean, I'm guessing that Scarlet that they own that much percentage. Because if it was the same as what she just mentioned, like the management owning 80%, and these girls will be owning like 20 to 25 or 15 to 25%, I doubt they would sign up for that shit. Well, if they're stupid enough, they might. But yeah, everyone else is like 70 or 80%, and I guess he was trying to only give her 20%, while he kept 80%.
Get on my stream, and you have to suck my dick, and you're gonna make 300K plus on OnlyFans. Girl.
She looked like she thought about it.
What type of scam of hell is that?
She looked like she thought about it for a second.
Camera's off for a sec.
Alright.
Oh no, my camera slipped. It slips.
How do you even know everything about me? Are you a fan?
Well, I saw you your manager's texting you, get on the stream more, do this, do that. So.
What are you talking about? Are you a stalker?
I'm not a stalker. I mean,
I'm
I
literally
work for somebody else.
Shut the up before I say everything that you don't want me to say. I literally signed with Clav.
He said, let's turn the cameras off. And the guy said, oh no, my camera's falling. But I'm going to secretly record it. I'm going to secretly film all of this shit. But you got to be careful with cameramen. Because let's say I started doing IRL live streaming, right? And I had my cameraman with me. If somebody pisses me off and I tell my cameraman, hey, look at that bird. Keep your eye on that bird. Yeah, keep watching that bird, okay? And just so I can whip somebody's ass, I don't need my cameraman being like, woo, look guys, he's fighting. I don't need my cameraman doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me whoop somebody's ass without you showing the world, and just do as I say and check out the fucking bird. You know what I'm saying? I don't need my cameraman betraying me like that.
Like, what the hell is this
Are
bitch
you
saying?
and a half? Shut the f up.
I'm sorry, you guys. I thought we were gonna
shit
go.
that you don't want to say.
I'm sorry.
Who flew me out here, you dumbass? Shut the f up. Okay. You think I bought my own ticket out here? I came here from LA. Who the f flew me out?
I'm not a retard.
I didn't buy it.
Well, now, this is where the story gets really interesting. You guys know, if you follow him, he's been bragging on all over social media how he just bought a $5 million club.
Clavicular reportedly opening Miami club for live streamers.
And everybody's sitting there like, how did this asshole afford a $5 million club? He's been, streaming for 4 months. Yeah, he makes money on Kick. Yeah, he makes money on
That's
Steak.
pretty damn
Now
fast.
you guys know he makes money on OnlyFans, but still, how did he get a $5 million club, right? Well, I'm going to show you how. Because his friend, Energetic,
March, which is the
was
tax year
live
start.
streaming, and
Ooh.
in Clav's
Yes,
house.
that's why you gotta pay
Clav
taxes,
walks in
too.
the door, and he says, cut the camera, shut the camera off, because he didn't want people to see who he was meeting with. So this is Clav's friend, Energetic, another asshole who got famous for doing nothing but being bald and getting his
Oh yeah, he they getting ready to take his hairpiece off.
wig knocked off his head in public. Well, while he was live streaming, in walks Clav, waving his hand around like an asshole to cut the camera. And when you look behind him, you see this mysterious guy walking in the door with his Sharmuta wife behind him and his security guard. Now this is high.
I like how he walks in, says cut the camera, and the cameramen are like, why? What are you hiding? And they're like and they're focusing on him to try and find out what he's hiding or why he's saying cut the camera. Like, bruh, I hate oh my God. May my cameraman never be like that. May my cameraman be loyal and faithful to me. You know what I'm saying? The old Jewish dude. I don't think he was Jewish. I think he was like I think that's the mafia guy that they were talking about before.
Iwak, the guy who really owns the Baccara Club.
Okay, so that's the other owner of Clav's club. The chain is the Jewish symbol. I didn't see the chain.
And he came. This is Iwak.
Oh shit, is it? Oh shit. Well, there it is. You're right.
The guy who really owns the Baccara Club, and he came to have a secret meeting with Clav, but he's got a bit of a shady past.
Israeli
He's a
mob
convicted
member?
felon and rumored to be tied to the Israeli mob. I didn't even know they had mobs.
And the other one was
in
Star of
Israel.
David.
What is that? Tied to this shady past. And he came to have a secret meeting with Clav, but he's got a bit of a shady past.
Israeli mob member, substance and racketeering. Okay, that's
He's a convicted felon
racketeering case.
and rumored to be tied to the Israeli mob. I didn't even know they had mobs in Israel. What is that shit?
And this is Sean from his.
All information in this video is gathered from publicly available information, and nothing was illegally obtained or misrepresented. For legal inquiries or questions, please contact my litigation team. Then his email. He said, "Hey, this is fair use."
Nice to meet you as well. Clav, how are you guys?
Hello, how are
What do you think? Place is looking good, right?
I did. That's my dad.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you, sir. Clav.
An enforcer for an Israeli crime group has been sentenced to more than 10 years in federal prison for racketeering. Hayek Nin, a 35-year-old Israeli national who lives in Marina del Rey, asked for leniency Monday, but citing his extensive criminal history, U.S. District Judge Manuel Real gave Waknin 13 months in prison beyond the 9 years that the prosecutors were recommending. He had faced 46 counts of racketeering, extortion, conspiracy, and other charges stemming from an alleged scheme to hide money embezzled from an Israeli bank by loaning it out in Miami and Los Angeles.
Waknin owns multiple clubs, restaurants, and other properties in Miami. So I guess that's how, after 4 months of streaming, Clav got a club. He partnered up with this dude. But what is he doing for this guy in order for the guy to be like, all right, yeah, I'll work with you on this club? What's he doing for that shit?
All the rumors are true.
This was recorded a day after.
I officially say I was a part of one of the biggest real estate deals in Miami recently. Multifaceted. You know, it includes hospitality, includes clubs, and a restaurant. You know, so there's a lot of different entities involved, but I have a lot of different properties now in Miami Beach.
So Clav, saying he bought that club for $5 million. We know that load of bullshit. All these assholes say the same story. They get a Lamborghini, they show it off online, saying it's theirs. Meantime, they fucking rented it. So we know all this same song and dance, right? And High has owned that club, Baccara, for years. It's been around for a long time. So saying that, maybe Clav, was promised a percentage of the company. Maybe Clav gave some money in, but he's not telling the full story. But I want you guys to think about something. For High, right, the club owner, and his restaurants and his other businesses, he gets Clav in. What is he getting? He's getting promotion. He's getting Clav, bringing all his sharmutas over there.
Yeah, and of course, it's for live streamers, so his club will always be promoted whenever any live streamer comes through, even if it's not just Clav. A bunch of criminals made him the legal owner because, yeah, they're cooking the books. Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, they need someone who's more on the straight and narrow than they are. At least more straight and narrow than they are, to be like part owner, or at least help be the face of the club. That way, all the people who are part of that criminal underground, you know, they're there, but they're like hidden. Ooh, that's a good way to put it, man. I like how your mind works, fam.
Advertising it all on social media. It's actually a smart move by him. And then for Clav, he's not even 21 years old. He wants to go to a club. It's a pain in the ass for him to run around doing all this stupid shit in. Well, now he owns a club. He's going to make money on the club. And then also think about something else. He scouts all his sharmutas for the agency. Well, now he's got a
OF
place to do it. But saying that, seeing the history, criminal history of who he's associated with, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with it. So I've spoken about this before. I've been up financially in life. I've been down a lot financially in life. But when I truly think about my life, right, the happiest times weren't when I had the most money. In fact, it's probably when I didn't have the most money, because I had the best people around me. I didn't have all these bloodsuckers trying to get shit from me, right? So Clav, living this whole life, being so obsessed with making all this money and bringing all these people around.
They also might be washing money, using the club to wash money.
I wonder if he truly thinks that this is gonna be what makes him happy. So he's willing, and like he said, do anything for money. We already saw him overdose, right? And almost die. He got arrested. What else is gonna happen in his future? Because he thinks this is the key to life, making money and doing anything for it. And I want to leave you off with something to think about. This piece of shit, right, is so selfish.
Yeah,
so
shady
greedy.
club into a legal laundromat. You're right.
He's willing to do all this stuff, show all this shit online, lead this example, and not give a shit what kids may want to follow in his footsteps. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, according to the HSI agent, the Joaquin brothers, who both have several felony convictions, were known to develop connections with individuals affiliated with the Mexican mafia in Southern California, as well as connections with historically black gangs, including the Crips, whom they use as enforcers and collectors for their extortion schemes. The outlet Poker News reported.
And babe, you know this new studio move? Do you know what kind of a pain in the ass this is? I haven't been able to film a video for days. But you know what else I've been doing for days? Remember this top T shit? Well, it's some crazy shit. Wait until...
Let me guess that's an exercise supplement. The same shit that Clav should have gone into. Yeah, nah, bro. I think he's definitely being used to help be the face of the club, so that they don't all look shady, or at least he's the least shadiest of all of them, of all the people that work there. And of course, they're also using the club to wash money and shit. Damn, bro. They using Clav crypto to pay for the light bill, and they are promising to pay him back. Yeah, for his sake, he better hope that's what's going on. Hold on, real quick. I want to see what this is, or at least when it came out. This is 5 months ago, and then the one we just watched was 2 weeks ago. All right, I think we're good. But yeah, Clav he actually might be in trouble. I mean, he's already facing prison because of all the allegations and of course the charges for shooting the alligator. Whether it was dead or alive before he shot it, it's still illegal to do that. And of course, for the allegations part, him saying Dr. Clav on him calling himself Dr. Clav on stream is committing fraud. So there's gonna be some time for that as well. I'm not sure if the other allegations will add to it or if he'll get away with those, but he's in trouble. He's in trouble. So I wonder what his business partners for the club are going to think if they can't really, if his name gets so muddy that they can't use him as a face of the club. Excuse me. I mean, it's still cleaner than theirs. I mean, his name is still cleaner than theirs, so there's that. Literally every type of trouble you can be in. Facts, bro. Facts. Ooh. And then of course his OF industry, which I didn't even know he had, that got, that got brought to light. So, but that's not as much quote unquote trouble. It's just that that's some shit that he was trying to hide. But damn, bro. I don't know. We will see what happens to Clav in the near future. We'll keep an eye on him throughout this year. And let me know what you think in the comments below. What's gonna happen to him next? And yeah, as far as this YouTube video, it's over. But I'm going to continue my stream on Twitch and Kick. So links are in the description below if you ever want to stop by on a different day. Peace and much love to you.